Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're doing the Shrine of Secrets review for the 23rd of November 2022. The night chapter released yesterday, Forged in Fog, and it's probably the most DVD I've played in at once in a while because I had so many points saved up, but because there's a blood hunt on and obviously the Q roll incentive thing, I've already got back up to 858,000. So I'm gonna definitely play some more later. I think the knight is. I don't know actually. I don't know how to feel about him right now. I don't think he's very strong, to be honest. And I haven't really got a lot of value out of his power or anything yet. But you know what? I'll keep playing him because he's kind of fun. So anyway, let's get started. First of all, we have Breakdown, which is a Jeff perk, and this one has so every time you are rescued from the hook or you unhook yourself, the hook gets broken. You see the killer's aura for a bit, and then it takes ages basically for that hook to repair itself. So essentially, you're just getting rid of a hook every time you're rescued, or again if you unhook yourself. Basically, just by any means, that hook will break, and then it takes ages to get back up, which prevents the killer from just recycling the same hook, which I guess is nice. Um, I just don't think it's like great. I think again for like a Sabo build, obviously popular for that. So if if you're someone who likes to do that a lot, then yeah, this one's pretty good for that. And I guess it is also good for Scourge hooks because if you can break a Scourge hook and take one out for a while at least, if they're spread out, hopefully, then the killer can't use them for a bit, I guess. But I don't know. It just feels all a bit too situational and trying to rely on again things like which hooks, like hook placements, because sometimes hooks are really close together, so sometimes it doesn't really matter. um so overall, probably not a good use of a perk slot. I don't think it's terribly good, but it has its moments, I guess. I'll say that. Next up we have Fire Up, which is a Freddy perk. And this one gives you a token every time a generator is completed. And for each token, you get a stackable buff on picking up survivors, dropping survivors, vaulting, damaging gens, and breaking pallets or breakable walls. And basically, that means if all 5 gens get done, you do all of those really fast, basically, because each token gives you a certain percentage. I can't remember what it is. I think it's about 4% at tier 3. I can't remember. Basically, you'll do all those things faster. And I think this perk isn't too. I don't know. I have mixed thoughts on this perk. I think overall, like, it's okay. I think things like kicking gens and walls and everything's quite nice. Um, Obviously, though, the main thing is that to get this perk to do anything, gens have to be done, and gens being done isn't really a good thing. You'd probably want to use a perk that prevents gens getting done because that's your objective. But I think I think it has its value. I think with some killers, maybe like Michael, if you're trying to tier up and everything, and Hag or Trapper, as they take time to set up their powers, gens will obviously be getting done. Same with Oni, I guess, possibly. But just killers who maybe set up and take a while. If a gen just happens to get done, at least they get a little something. Also, this is the only perk I'm pretty sure that affects picking up and dropping survivor speeds, which means if you get a certain amount of tokens, this can completely change the timing needed for flashlight saves, which is pretty interesting because, like I said, literally nothing else I'm pretty sure does anything like that. So interesting. So yeah, I think overall probably don't get this because I just don't think it's that worth it. And again, you have to get gens get done, but it does have its moments. So I don't think it's like absolutely terrible. I just don't think it's too productive, I guess. And you're probably better off using something to stop gens getting done rather than a perk that gets stronger as gens get done. Next up, we have For the People, which is a Zarina perk, and this one has it so you're able to fully heal someone by a health state, which means dying to injured instantly or injured to healthy instantly. This will, however, make you injured and broken. You'll be broken for about 60 seconds, and it will make you the obsession once you use it. So, this one, for teams especially, is great. If you have someone using this could completely change a match. If the killer's trying to slug, and it's like your survivors are crawling around or they haven't had a chance to recover, you can literally do this instantly. I think even with solo, I do use this solo from time to time because I actually really enjoy this perk. And yeah, probably it's probably not the same effectiveness as if you're doing it in a communicated team, but I think it's still good and it still gets a lot of value, I think. And it's pretty strong, to be honest. As long as you don't mind the fact that you will become injured and broken, and you'll become the obsession, which, depending on what perks the killer has, that might not be a good thing. But overall, very strong. It's simple at what it does, but it's great at it. And yeah, like I said, this could completely change how a match ends, pretty much. And finally, we have Predator, which is a Wraith perk, and this one has so you can see the scratch marks left by survivors closer together, and that's it. This one is one of those perks. It's basically the same as all of Wraith's perks. Wraith's other perks are kind of to get you like geared for killer, kind of. Like this is a good training wheels perk to learn scratch marks, and I guess you could use this on like Spirit, or if you're just someone who struggles tracking in general. But mainly if you're newer to killer and you're trying to learn, this one is a good perk for that because it will help you learn scratch marks. And yes, they will spawn close together, which does make it easier to follow the trail. But just don't get too used to it because obviously at some point you will have to take this off and start using other perks, more effective perks, and you'll have to just rely on scratch marks being jaggers like they are. So I think if you're new as a killer, this is great. I think if you're someone who just struggles, then sure, because you need that, so that's fair enough. Other than that, I don't really see any use for this. The only time I would use this literally is for Adept Wraith, which I don't have, so there you go. So I would say For the People is definitely the best perk here. I think this one is great at what it does. It's so effective, it's so strong, and if you're solo, you can still get value out of it, as long as you maybe have like other aura and teammate related perks just to keep an eye on everybody. But if you're in a team, this is crazy. If even one of you has this, this is really good and really strong and really fun. The other ones, again, Predator, I think it's good for the reasons I listed, but Wraith's free, so just level up Wraith. Don't bother leveling him up. Fire Up, I think works on some killers, and I think it can throw some people off with like the picking up speeds and everything, and breaking gens faster and everything. I think overall though, it's not great. There's definitely better perks to use. However, like I said, I don't think it's like 100% terrible. I'd probably just say it's mostly terrible. And Breakdown, like I said, has its values, but I just don't think it's like anything crazy, to be honest. And I just think, again, you're better off just using another perk, really. And you're better off using your shards for the people, or just saving up for like an outfit or something. But yes, For the People is definitely the highlight here. Guys, that'll do it from me. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next one.